Hello everyone, I'm sure you guys are doing great. Continuing our series on giving you information about study abroad. Today I'm going to talk to you about a very important topic which is very much neglected by most applicants, and that is something what we call as the additional score reporting on your GRE and your TOEFL test. A lot of applicants are very confused on what is this additional score reporting, how does it work, why is it so important, and what you should keep in mind. So I'll try and simplify this through this video. Now, when you apply to American universities specifically, you will need to report your scores from ETS for your GRE and your TOEFL directly to the university. What does this mean? Simply put, you write the test, you get the results. When you log into your account, you obviously have a PDF copy of the result sheet. When you apply and submit your applications to an American university, you are definitely going to upload a copy of this GRE score report and the TOEFL score report on the application portal. But the story does not end there, because your application is not completed or is not assumed to be complete until you officially request additional score reports to be reported by the ETS to the respective university. And ETS is not going to do it free of cost for you. For every university that you report your scores for GRE, there is a fee that is charged. And what is the fee? Look at the caption below. And for reporting your additional TOEFL scores, there is also a fee per university that ETS is going to charge you. So the rates for the GRE additional score reporting and the rates for the TOEFL additional score reporting are different. Refer to the captions below for what is the score reporting fees. So let's say there's about $20 that is taken from you to report to every university that you're sending your TOEFL scores to from ETS. If you're applying to about 10 universities, then it's about $200. But there's a catch here, guys. Before you go for your exam, if you know what is the tentative range of scores that you're going to get on your GRE on the day of the test, when you complete your test, ETS gives you an option of reporting your scores to 4 universities absolutely free of cost. So let's say you're anticipating a score somewhere between 300 to 305. Do a little bit of research, figure out about what 4 universities for your program can come into that range, and you can report your scores on the day of the exam. And then later on, if you decide to apply to those universities and you submit a formal application, you don't have to pay additionally for the score reporting for those universities. But let's say you don't report any universities on the day of the test, then you are losing that amount of money. Also, another thing that you have to keep in mind, which is a major confusion for most students. They say, I've reported to these 4 universities on the day of the exam. Please note, it is not mandatory that you would or should apply to those universities if you feel later that those universities are not your worth or not your type. You can skip applying formally to those universities. So guys, don't get confused. Applying to a particular university, there's an application fee that is separate. Reporting your additional score reports from GRE and TOEFL through ETS, that is a separate process or an entity in itself, and ETS is going to charge you respectively for every university that you report your GRE and your TOEFL scores. The difference for the GRE additional score reporting, if you want those 4 universities to be reported free of cost, it is done on the GRE test day after the exam is completed. But for TOEFL, you have to log into your TOEFL account, and one day before the test, you have to update the university names before you go for your test. So this is the major difference between the score reporting for GRE and score reporting for TOEFL, guys. So GRE, it is done on the exam day, and TOEFL is done one day before the test day. So make use of this. And if you are working with consultants like us, we ask you for your GRE expected scores 10 days or 15 days before your exam, and we give you a tentative list of universities matching to your profile with your expected scores, so that you don't miss the opportunity of reporting your universities on the test date. So don't get confused. Even if I'm reporting my test scores on the day of the exam, I would still need to formally apply to that university and make an application fee. So applying and paying an application fee is a different entity. Reporting your scores to the university, which is a process called as additional score reporting, is a different entity, and both should be completed. So this was the information about additional score reporting with regarding to GRE and TOEFL. Hit the bell icon, subscribe, and also subscribe to notifications so that we're going to keep making a lot of informative videos like this so that you don't miss out on any information about study abroad. And it's not only going to be with respect to the United States, but it's also going to be respected to all the countries that we assist students with. Thank you and keep watching.